Fortunately for the teacher, the school bell rings before he can grab her attention. My classmates immediately shove their belongings into their bags and bolt for the door. Meanwhile, Yahiko heads straight for the teacher's desk, eyes lit with excitement as he gabbers on and on about his yacht and his designer shoes and his private jet and his second mansion in Tahiti. A restaurant manager, huh? And then there's Elizabeth, slipping into Yahiko's new vacant seat. She shifts her backpack's weight onto the desk and raises a patronizing eyebrow at me. Well, sorry for being realistic, Miss CEO of a mega corporation.
Sorry that I actually have ambition, Mr. Manager of my family restaurant.
What? Should I have talked about having a mansion and cars and maids on my own personal island?
You didn't even shoot for a restaurant not owned by your parents.
They'll kick the bucket one day. I might as well be the one who takes over.
Have some respect, would you?
I snicker at that. Respect? Me? I flash her a bright, overly friendly smile. See you around, Lizzie. She fumes, but forces herself to take a deep breath until her expression slows.
Unfortunately.
That was a pretty nice comeback. I'll give her that much. Is a guy talking or a girl talking? I can't tell. I hate when they do that. Beth, still up for lunch? Looks like I gotta keep on talking like this. A student slides through the door with a warm smile and a wave. I recognize her as a girl who's always with Elizabeth. Don't know much else about her. In the blink of an eye, Elizabeth's face softens into a friendly grin.
I'll be right there.
Yep, just in case it wasn't clear enough, her hate is directed exclusively at me. She's a queen of angels to everyone else. Particularly this girl, who I'd guess is the closest thing she has to a friend.
Well, Ishimoto, it's been a pleasure.
I bet it has. She lifts her chin and stiffly walks out of the room, nearly bumping into a startled Yahiko on the way out. As a train of second years, probably her groupies, pull her away, Yahiko slips next to me. Why did she talk to you? Not me, the great Yahiko Ikari. Maybe because there's a limit to how many brain cells she's willing to sacrifice for conversation? It beats me. She's been doing that for a while. Really? We were in the same class last year. Really? I'm not surprised that you just learned about this. Then again, to be fair, I don't talk to Yahiko much about my personal life. Yeah, something like that. It's not important. Yahiko evaluates me for a second with an unusually stoic expression, but quickly shakes it off, his face melting into a grin. So what do you think about my dream earlier? This again. On second thought, maybe we should have kept talking about Elizabeth. The same as the other 200 times you've told me. It has been 200... Has it really? 203 to be exact. Huh? So that means you think it's amazing, right? Totally. I think it's the best dream in history. And it's so original. And realistic. Thanks, dude. But I don't think you're aiming high enough. Huh? What should I add? Aim for the moon. He gasps as if it's the best idea ever. The poor soul. Forget Tahiti, imagine on the moon! You'd be the first. And probably the last. Just think about the possibilities! No one's even set foot on the moon! Imagine how famous I'll be if I build a mansion there! No one's even set foot... Seriously? Either I stepped into the conversation at the wrong time or someone just came up with a really stupid idea. Enter Ryu Hayata, my friend of 10 years. Technically, she's a great lower than me, but that doesn't stop us from hanging out. She's stuck with me through thick and thin. She probably knows me better than I know myself. Beside her stands Masato Kurogane, hardy in both build and personality. If I had to describe him in one word, I'd use fire. Easily antagonized, hard to put out, and blazes every obstacle out of his way. Afternoon, little daisies. What's going on here? I'm gonna build a vacation home on the moon.
Somehow, I can't say I'm surprised.
I know, right? I'm brilliant. Think, the first man on the moon and the first man to build a mansion on it. You're so bright, you're blinding me.
What have you been telling him?
That a giant leap for him is a small step for mankind. She has to think about that for a moment, but I'm rewarded with a smirk.
Clever.
I know. Look, if you kids are done yapping, Yama and I gotta head to track.
What? I did think Yama was joining again this year.
Of course he is! This is news to me.
Doesn't seem like a good idea, considering he only went to one practice last year and ditched the rest.
Well, he ain't ditching this year. Ain't that right, man? Well, now that you mention it. What's that?
You guys didn't even win last year, Masato. No need to make a big deal.
Masato's eyes flare with the instinctual need to prove the worthiness of track. We're winning this year! I got a secret weapon!
Really?
Masato lights up at... I can't say that name. I'm just gonna call her R from now on, okay? Mm-hmm. Masato lights up at R's apparent interest. See, we lost last year because we didn't have good names. This year, I've got a great one. He pauses for dramatic effect. Marvelous Mesa! Well, at the very least, this is a pretty good opportunity to joke around. Wow, that's fantastic, and I'll call myself Speed of Light, Mountain Destroyer. The hell? You should rename yourself to Streaking Shadow Dark Eradicator. Then it'll be unstoppable. Ain't no way I'm going with that! Yeah, he isn't great with sarcasm. I smirk at him, but before I can elaborate, the PA above us crackles to life.
The club door is officially open in the courtyard. Feel free to drop by and check out some of the photos. Hold on. Feel free to drop by and check out some of what your fellow students have planned.
Well, that's the end of today's video. If you're curious about the lovely voice actress who helped me with this project, her channel is called Life According to X, and you can visit her channel by clicking her face up here. If you like what you heard so far, then please subscribe to my channel to follow the rest of the story. You can also follow me on my Facebook, and of course, please leave a like, comment to the video, and share among your friends. The more activity to my channel, the better.